Comments, items from the public. Usually the council refers items received under this hearing to the city administrator for study and consideration at a later date. Items for the city council agenda should be submitted by 4 p.m. Wednesday, 6 days in advance of the regularly scheduled council meeting. At this time, if anyone would like to address council on any issues, you may step to the podium. Please address all your remarks to the chair. All right, and you'll be limited to 3 minutes.
Mayor and City Council, I'm Mark Burford, pastor of Millville Baptist Church, and I also happen to be a police chaplain. I want to make a statement today that's not really directed at anyone. I like what Dr. John Phillips said, one of my favorite authors. He says, "It is foolhardy to act without knowing all the facts. It is sensible to get a second opinion. It is sensible to consider the opinion even when it differs materially from your own. It is sensible to evaluate other points of view and to weigh all the evidence. Then, even if we do make a wrong decision, we make an honest mistake." This concerns our city police department. My concern is the retention of well-qualified and trained officers. I am a chaplain volunteer. I have no political agenda or soapbox. However, we are losing good men in which our city has spent thousands of dollars training and being forced to hire new men in which additional thousands of dollars will be spent to bring them to professional level. I, as a volunteer, ride with and speak to many officers who love what they do, but have had benefits decreased and have had no pay raises in several years. My common sense suggestion is why spend money on new hires and their training when with possibly the same expenditure we could retain these well-qualified veterans and give a morale boost to the entire department. What does it cost to have a new hire complete his training, qualify to operate independently, and assume a professional maturity? I don't know the answer to that question, but if I was budgeting money for our city, I would want the best benefit for my money. I know we all want the best and most qualified officers working for our benefit. Chief Overholt has an ongoing training programs to benefit and mature our police department. We can ill afford to lose our professionals. Let's retain our trained officers. And just on a little light note, besides these thoughts, I'm getting too old to memorize all these new officers. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Are there any more public comments?
Carl Murphy, 1101 West Rose. Lucille and Carla attended last meet to watch the council games. How their vote was wasted once. Also observed council trying to distract Mayor from doing what he's elected to do while worshiping the MUS ex-chairperson in his second childhood, causing this chaos because of self-greed. Word now is that the M in MUS doesn't stand for Marshtown any longer. Some council and some news believe Marshtown can't go on without this outdated MUS person. So when it passes on, do they plan to bury the city with it? I think not. May's mayor results proves what voters want, and the MUS person ain't it. Un-American, I can't call names of this board. You're our servants, not kings. Voters put you in these chairs. We can remove you. But it's confused on outbursts. Only outburst and poor behavior came from 2 council boys and the DP shuffle boy, calling my mayor dictator. Troublemakers aren't in front of this one council, they're with him. Look and listen. Outbursts and distractions are planned and caused by MUS chair and his followers, including Flo, while he still sits in a seat that's no longer his as of July the 31st. His childlike actions is showing all city and county just how greedy and self-centered he really is. Put himself above city, and you will take the council down with him. Wall Street protest is about corporate greed. Could be the root to our problem here. It's not about can Morristown survive without this person, it's can he survive without Morristown, when his fingers are off the triggers. This MUS chair and maybe all MUS members must be changed to one, no more than 2 4-year terms and elected by voters, not puppets. This would keep present members from believing they own their seat. Mayor, I have some questions. I have questions and concerns on the Freedom Energy diesel plant, like owner and our stockholders, conflicts, city, county involvement, decisions, promises, land sale, and so on. We'll hand carry my concerns by next meeting. Could this plant be the reason this chairman wants to stay in power? Think about that. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your comment. Are there any more comments?
Mr. Mayor, Council, I hope everybody in the room can hear me. The biggest problem we've got with City Council is voter apathy between elections as well as at the
I'll need your
polls.
name and address.
Remember the old adage, out of sight, out of mind?
I'll need your name and address before you start.
I'm sorry,
Name and address before you start.
I thought everybody knew me. My name is Taylor Ward, 713 East 2nd North, Morristown, Tennessee, in his district.
All right, thanks.
Okay, I get my time allotted back?
Yes.
Again, the biggest problem we have in City Council is voter apathy, between elections as well as at the polls. Remember the old adage, out of sight, out of mind? Well, rest assured, when the U.S. Council or the City Council is out of our sight, we are out of their mind. Why not? They have no fear of reprisal for 2 years, so they seem to do as they please. Our new mayor was elected by a rather large majority of the vote. During his campaign, he said what he meant, and he's been trying his best to do what he said. And remember, this council has made the same pledge to listen to the people. At this point in the City Council's term, only 2 members seem to be living up to this pledge. One of them is the mayor, and I'm prevented from mentioning any other council members by name. Those of you who care know who they are. Amazingly, this council has shown the ability to work together, as indicated by the unanimous vote on all issues, except 2. Number 1 is the mayor's sworn duty to appoint a member of the MUS board to fill an expiring term of the 36-year veteran of this board. The mayor does not choose the candidate. Rather, he picks one from a list of 3 qualified people submitted by the selection committee. Now, here is where we, the people, get shoved to the back of the bus, and council reverts to business as usual. I have tremendous respect for all members of this council because they're willing to serve their community. I am, however, disappointed that they seem to be favoring a small yet powerful group of voters while ignoring us. Now, before anyone calls for my lynching, let me make this perfectly clear. In no way am I suggesting anything bad or unfavorable toward Mr. George McGuffin. This is not about Mr. George McGuffin. It's about council's return to business as usual. Mr. Guffin is a pillar of the community, and whether he's appointed or not will in no way diminish his influence on this board or any other group in Morristown. He has earned his position. So has our new mayor. So I say to the council, let him do his job. Now, what are we going to do if the council continues to listen to the voices of the few in all upcoming appointments and votes? What special interest group will determine future appointments? The second vote against the mayor was the most ridiculous and petty abuse of council power I have ever witnessed in my 70 years. In what appears to be a personal vendetta toward the mayor, a plan was instigated by 4 members of this council to literally commandeer the mayor's office and his city cell phone.
Mr. Ward.
Your time's up.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for listening. If anyone wants to hear the rest of it, I'll be outside.